bring up the dashboard.
That go. Somebody's already on.
Yeah, Abby was on after I promoted it on
okay.
Twitter earlier.
Yeah, she was asking me when you would start.
I'm gonna start when I start, yo. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we're gonna start whenever we decide to start. And you're just gonna join us because that's how we roll.
Nah. Hi, Abby. How you
Yes.
doing? Hi, guys. Hello.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, Abby.
Welcome to the show.
The spam.
We're gonna let people sort of filter in for a few minutes here, but as we're 2 minutes early, I'm not even gonna do an introduction. But real quick, Oz, how you feeling? You having a good day?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, Art, how you feeling, buddy?
Doing good, man. I'm off, so I'm happy.
Nice, Abby.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
What just happened? Welcome to the Ham Squad, Abby. Thanks for the follow. I gotta hold on. We're gonna do a little house cleaning. I gotta turn the volume down on that stuff.
I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. If you don't mind.
Oz, entertain people for a second, will ya?
Yeah, do a dance. You gotta dance.
Oz, promote your thing tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I'm playing Until Dawn with alcohol tonight. It's gonna be awesome. Because that's how any slasher flick should start, right? With alcohol.
Right, now when are you starting?
Well, I wanted to do an 8, but I have to help my roommate move in some heavy stuff, so maybe a little bit after that.
Okay, so maybe around 9 or something?
I hope so.
And the roommate situation, that's hype, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. Whatever. It's what I've needed for a while, and it's great to have somebody to share the load on the costs and stuff. But
yeah. Gotta be quieter now. Gotta be quieter now. No, it'll be much quieter.
Is it a guy or a gal roommate?
It's a girl.
Girl roommate. Okay, so yeah, you definitely have to be quiet. Is she familiar with the streaming?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so this might be like a taboo thing for her.
We'll see.
Oh, that's too funny.
It's gonna be fun.
Well, once again, Abby, thank you for the follow. We're going to give people credit for that while the stream is going, but forgive us if we don't do shout-outs during the stream because we're talking and stuff. So anyway, it is 3 o'clock, so let's start. It's the show, the talk show. I'm Hamby. Twitch.tv/HambyPlaysGames and YouTube.com/HambyPlaysGames. You can hear me on the radio in San Diego on FM 94.9. I'm joined once again by my partners in crime, Mr. Oz Mortal. Oz, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oz, now where are you from? Give a shout out.
California, Woodland Hills.
Woodland Hills. Hi, Little Duck. How are you? And tonight, of course, you're going to be streaming Until Dawn. Are you going to be taking a nap before then?
Oh yeah, I have to.
Okay. All right. And once again, joined by Articus, Mr. Twitch.tv/Articus262. Art, what's up, man?
What's up? How you doing?
Now, big news for Art this week. He came out, you guys.
Yes.
Art came out.
Finally.
His real name is Josh.
My real name is Josh, yes.
Feel free to call him Josh or Art. We both like Art. He may change.
Nah,
his
I think I'm
Twitch-
Xing
Twitch-
Irish.
No? Okay.
I'm Xing it. I'm getting rid of it.
I was
It's too
digging
much
the Irish
hassle.
assassin. I was digging
Yeah.
it.
It's too
Sanguine
much
Tricom,
hassle.
hey buddy.
Get it?
I don't think it's hassle. It's just do it or not.
Well, it's like I'm barely streaming now as it is.
Yeah.
So, like, do I really have time to try to build another account up?
Right.
I'm just like, nah. You know, I mean, I'm gonna get hard and heavy and streaming again in October, but I mean, while I'm traveling, it's just not feasible to try to do that. So
That's been really hard for you because you enjoy streaming and playing the games, but
Right.
you're
The
in
quality's
hotels,
not
you have
there.
shitty internet. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's really frustrating, man. And to know that like you're a month away from being able to stream, not because you're just being facetious, but legitimately you have no ability.
right, yeah. I mean, the thing is, once I got my computer and I saw the quality that I now have,
Right.
it's like, what's the point in giving people crap quality that goes out every 5 seconds,
Right.
and I got to sit there and get frustrated and mad, and just like, forget it. I'm gonna go when I'm home. I'm gonna stream, and really, when I've been home on my 4 days off, I just haven't had the time or the but just the desire to do that when I've only got 4 days to spend with my family and then go back into it. So yeah. Yes, my name is Josh. Show off.
I got distracted by Miss Show Off. Hey, Miss Show Off, how are you? Speaking of Miss Show Off, she's been back on. She's a great Destiny streamer, you guys. If you don't, please follow her. If you don't already, I got back on the Destiny grind this week, and I was even in the Crucible today, you guys. I hate PvP, but I've gotten some really great shotguns, and I dropped into the Crucible today because I did have a bounty, the 25 kill death ratio, and my first mission out, I thought I'm going to get hosed, as I usually do, and I ended up actually dominating, and I ended the match with a 16 kill death ratio, and I was like, oh snap, I'm on my way! And 2 matches later, I'm at 7 of 25 on the kill death ratio, so I have regressed from the first match. But that's what the Destiny grind is all about.
I have that bounty, and I'm just like, no, I don't even want to touch it.
I used to just abandon it, and I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm going to try and do what I can, so.
But see, now to me, with the new Taken King stuff coming out, really Crucible is even less on my radar of what to do, because they're not going to make it to where you have to have Crucible marks to get gear. So it's like, now I'm just like, do I even really care about Crucible at all?
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, but the only thing is that I'm playing it and I'm enjoying it, and I've gotten, all 3 of my characters are 28 and 27, 2 27s and 1 28, so, I don't know, I've got to get into the raids, and then I've got to get the expansions, so that I can even play the like, House of Wolves and stuff, so, interestingly enough, I feel bit by the bug. I just can't afford the DLC right now, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Res Riders here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's the talk show, and once again, to reset, I'm Hamby, joined by Oz and Articus, and we're just talking stuff. Let's jump right into another topic. Oz, I was really looking to get your feedback. I tested out YouTube Gaming yesterday, and you had a frustrating experience, and I wanted to hear what were you going through on your end? What was it like for you trying to just watch a stream on YouTube Gaming?
Well, you gotta take in mind that my cell phone is not the greatest. It's a prepaid piece of whatever.
Right.
But when I clicked on your link on the Twitter thing, it went straight to it. I pushed play like twice, and then it worked fine. And then I started comment. I had to scroll down past recommended broadcasts that had nothing to do with you, like a whole lot of them, to get to the chat section, which was comments, not live chat. We found that out because you said you kept getting emails on it, right?
Right, because you were basically going through, like, Chrome or, like, some browser.
Correct.
And not the actual app that they launched.
Correct.
So then you switched to the app.
And I switched to the app, and none of it will load. No video and no sound will load, but I was in live chat.
So
yeah.
what kind of phone do you have, if you don't mind sharing? Do you have a Droid or an iOS?
It's a Droid.
It's a Droid? Okay.
It's Droid, yeah. It's Android-based, yeah, that's right.
If anybody else is on Droid, I would like to hear your feedback and opinions on YouTube Gaming, the new app that YouTube just dropped. I on my end, I enjoyed it. But with some caveats. Hey Dakota, how are you, man? Dakota John Ayers, welcome to the stream. B Sofa, welcome to the stream. I actually will get to your question, Sofa. We're going to talk about Mad Max once again. I enjoyed it as a streamer's perspective. Hyperad's in the house. YouTube Gaming was really clean. The chat seemed really sort of nice. It was very efficient. I didn't drop any frames. And sometimes that's a local thing, and sometimes it's the ingest server on Twitch's end. But I really enjoyed it. The only thing is currently they don't have the third-party support that Twitch has, because Twitch, here's the thing, why there's so much third-party support with Twitch, is Twitch decided they didn't want to do that stuff. And so they let other people go and do it. Like, oh, you want to do this, you want to add the ability to take donations, okay, go make something, and here's the API, here's how to work with us. And that's how Twitch has really approached it, and that's how they decided, we're going to let YouTube do all of the hosting of videos. We don't really care to do that after a certain point in time because people don't watch the videos on Twitch. I'm rambling. Point being is, I was missing sort of the follow notifications. I was missing sort of some of the other stuff that's already on Twitch natively that YouTube doesn't have yet. And the keyword being yet. Because they're going to get it, and I'm interested. I'm interested to see where it goes. And not only that, I mean, I'm not disparaging Twitch in any way, but as the live streaming audience keeps growing and growing, you have to understand, I think the YouTube audience dwarfs Twitch by like, what, 10 to 1? You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of insane, numbers-wise. So, yeah.
I don't know. I messed with it a little bit. I just wasn't too impressed by it. But I wasn't too impressed with the idea from the very beginning, so...
Right.
I mean, I don't know. It just, to me, it just seems like it's straight ripping out the Twitch page book, and some of the stuff just wasn't smooth, which I understand. It's the first week of launch. I had problems with chat. Like, even on Twitch, you still have that problem, but, like, you know how the other day I came into your channel and the chat, like, froze for a little bit, and then it recycled?
Sure.
Well, on YouTube Gaming, it was, like, horrible. It was doing it the whole time I was watching something. Like,
and
it
what
was
are you,
like...
Art, what were you using? Your phone?
I was using my phone, yeah.
What kind of phone do you have?
I have an Android as well. It's the Samsung Galaxy, though.
Okay, because I'm on an iPhone 6, and it runs fantastic. It runs really well.
Right.
So my experience with it so far has been really great, actually, and it's interesting to hear your guys' experience being the opposite.
So it could be the app.
Could be the app. It could be
Android,
the Android app, but that's part of it. I mean, it's their app, you know, so they've got to work on that stuff, definitely.
Yeah. Right.
Let me see here. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. With the option of censoring live streams, yeah, that was the thing too. I was playing music and I wasn't even thinking about it. If you live stream on YouTube, it's set up for auto archiving. It's YouTube, right? So they want that video there. I received roughly 30, 35 emails with strikes against my live stream when it became a video. Once it was a hosted video, YouTube automatically was like, well, he automatically wants to make money off his videos because I have that option ticked. And so they said, well, you can't make money off this. You don't own this. And I got that email probably 35 times yesterday, based on the one video. So I have to definitely watch that. And the other thing too that was frustrating, and Oz mentioned it, Oz joined it through his phone, through the website. And when he was commenting, it was showing up as chat, but then I was getting an email telling me what he had said, because it was also left as a comment, because he was using the website and not the app. So the folks in the app just directly are in chat, and if you go to the website, you kind of have to go to the YouTube gaming part, because if you just went to my page, I guess it leaves it as a comment. Oh, and the chat doesn't cycle. It stays there. That was weird, too, right? It's like...
when I finally did get into there, I saw like an entire conversation Beer Bong was having, and then when I kept going in and out, everything was still there.
Yeah. Let's see. Sanguine... Rez, I use Jukebox on my streams. Is high, yeah. Sanguine, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Tablet 2.0, and the YouTube gaming doesn't function at all using Android, of course. There you go. There's a common thread. Crap on laptop and Droid is just a copy of Twitch, basically. Interesting, Abby.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't hyped about it anyways. I just have a feeling that it wasn't going to be smooth. I mean, it is first week, so I mean, they're going to get bugs out. They're going to get stuff taken care of. I mean, I understand that. I'm not trying to bash it. I just don't see that a lot of your big streamers are going to jump over to it, and I think that will be some of the downfall of it. I think it'll be good to get people that are already established on YouTube kind of in there, but like, that's the thing, like their partnership, a lot of their partnerships coming from their already big streamers, or not streamers, but they're big YouTube channels. So those that are already have numbers, they're partnering a lot of them into it to try to get that hype up, which makes sense. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but is that going to give a chance for these little guys that haven't done all that yet to get into it? And that's what I was hoping it would become, but with that, it kind of makes me think that it may not become that. You know what I mean? Like, it may not be their opportunity. Some of the ones that haven't hit it on Twitch yet that deserve to get that spot, I thought maybe they could go over to YouTube and get that. I just don't know if they will, you know? I mean,
let me throw out it's not really a hypothesis, but it's just sort of my my view on a lot of this stuff. Is I don't think there's ever going to be a question of, if you enjoy watching folks on Twitch and you enjoy Twitch, I don't think necessarily that you're going to find something else out there that radically changes your mind right away. Right. But what I will say is there's a benefit in television that The Walking Dead is on cable, because that makes shows like The Flash on the sort of standard television, your sort of network shows, it makes those shows better. And and so I would never say, God, HBO's got Game of Thrones, fucking NBC is dead. Pardon my French, I didn't mean to be rude there.
Right.
But I would never say HBO's got Game of Thrones, NBC's dead. And NBC puts out crappy television, you guys, so the analogy, I understand, is not quite there. But what I'm saying is, just because YouTube exists, I don't see it as a threat. I see it as an amazing thing for the platform, because competition is good. And competition will breed creativity. Competition is what allows the NFL to sort of strive to mark themselves apart. I mean, wasn't there a news story this week? They're putting tracking chips in the uniforms so that with the cameras they can track exactly the routes that guys take. And you can, look at football and look at sports as an example. They put a chip in a hockey puck so that a laser could go across the screen if they shot the hockey puck. I mean, stuff like that. Creativity, the competition leads to creativity, and it leads to cool stuff for us that we wouldn't have normally had. And the fact that YouTube and Google are tossing the hat into the live streaming ring is just amazing. And of course, they've got to copy some of what Twitch does, because YouTube as a platform was one thing, and it's constantly adapting, you guys. By the way, look at YouTube a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's a different platform than it has been, and it constantly is changing and being better because they're competitive. Rexophone, how you doing, buddy? And I will also say, and another standpoint too is I'm an entertainer. I work at a alternative rock radio station, but I look at what other entertainers are doing as far as trying to catch that cultural zeitgeist and entertain folks. And so I look at what guys are doing in top 40, and I look at guys are doing in country music, and I look at what YouTubers are doing, and I look at what musicians are doing. I look at stuff that other entertainers are doing, and you look at comedians, and you develop your own thing. You pull from all these different sources. So, YouTube being there, and as good as it is right now, and knowing it's going to get better, and it's already competitive, is amazing. That's amazing. It's great for everybody. And if you're only going to be a Twitch diehard, it's going to make Twitch better. That's it. Or Twitch will go away. You're either Facebook or you're MySpace. Do you understand what I'm saying, you guys?
Right.
Darkside, welcome to the stream, buddy.
Wait, whoa. Are you saying MySpace is still a thing?
What I'm saying is,
it's still around, but it's
Facebook
not relevant.
Or you're MySpace. You're either relevant or you're not part of the conversation. Twitter's relevant. Instagram's relevant. Facebook is relevant. Reddit is relevant. MySpace is a punchline. So if you can't keep yourselves relevant, if you can't keep up with competition, somebody else is going to beat you. And that's what's great about YouTube gaming, you guys. It's not going to kill Twitch necessarily. It gives Twitch the opportunity to now compete.
To rise to the occasion a little bit more. And
it's
push
awesome.
The bar up.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, definitely if you look at what happened with Xbox and PlayStation, you know what I mean? Like, the leaps and bounds that consoles have made from PlayStation 2 and regular Xbox, I mean, nobody saw that coming. You know what I mean? Nobody saw that the consoles were going to become basically home entertainment systems. Whether you like that or not, it's there. I mean, who doesn't like to get on Netflix and watch TV or Hulu and all this stuff and do all that all in one location, not trying to tear a page out of the Xbox advertisement book, but basically they have changed the way that we game now because of that competition, pushing each other to the next level. I mean, look at having a Blu-ray player in there. People thought that was insane with PlayStation doing that at the time, especially because it was so high value. But I mean, it was one of the best Blu-ray players on the market at that time. I mean, it wasn't like it was cheap stuff. It was legitimately taking a huge down, and I think it hurt them a little bit in the amount of sales they got and all that, especially being that PlayStation 2 is the #1 selling console of all time.
And I do want to ask about console exclusivity with the fall fast approaching and PlayStation not really having any announced exclusives, and at current rank, the numbers are something like 2-1 PlayStation 4s versus Xbox Ones out in the world, and yet both of them are they're both tracking ahead of where their previous console was. They're both sold more in the life cycle than the previous console. I think what I'm trying to say is the user base is bigger than it ever has been, and we're coming into the fall where you have Fallout 4, you have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you have Star Wars Battlefront, you have Mad Max. Name any other AAA title that's going to be on multiple platforms, right? But then you have the console exclusives, and if you're a PlayStation fan, I want to know, are you jealous of Xbox One fans for having? And if you're an Xbox One fan, what are you jealous of the PS4 fans for having? For example, this week, PlayStation 4 just got Until Dawn exclusive, which Oz is streaming tonight, Until Dawn, which is basically a horror game. You're basically playing like a teen slasher film and making the choices, kind of who lives and who dies. And Oz, how are you? Are you excited about this? What are you expecting out of that gaming experience?
I'm hoping to actually get fearful and not just jump scares. I want like actual tension to build up inside of me.
You want to actually care about the characters, and then when someone, if someone dies, be like, no, why? Yeah. Why?
Yes. Yes. I want to say why. Now, God damn it, I have issues with real life right now. This guy finally decided to come pick up this mattress right now. He's outside.
Well, if you gotta go, just put your little away screen up or whatever.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay, man.
So sorry.
Go. Take care of your thing. Come back. We'll keep talking.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Do your thing. All right, we'll keep Oz there. That looks fine. That looks perfect. Art, we talked about this a little bit. Jam Bobs, how you doing? Let's check in with chat real quick. Storm Cycle, how are you, sir? I love that you guys are talking to each other.
Rez, the Melrose place of gaming.
I got to admit, you guys, I was going to stream on Tuesday. Art and I were talking about this, and Lyric was streaming Until Dawn, and it was on launch day, and I thought, well, what a great guy to watch. If I'm going to watch someone play this game on the launch, why not watch Lyric? And I think at one point there was 85,000 people watching that stream, and it was a lot of fun, and I think I watched for like 5 hours. I mean, like, I was riveted, and good props to live streaming for that kind of entertainment. Props to Lyric. That was great. And you watched it too, right?
I watched parts of it. I didn't watch a whole lot because I kind of want to get into the game.
Right.
So I didn't want to get spoiled into it, but I did see. I was like, God dang, that dude's got 80,000 people in his channel.
I
gotta go see it.
That's a game that I don't feel spoiled because
there's so many different.
There's so many different outcomes, and the way I like to sometimes play games is not to min max, but I do like to sort of find the optimal path. And honestly, I would end up going to like IGN and figuring out hints to keep certain characters alive anyway. So watching somebody stream it is not that big a deal to me. It's not that big a deal.
Right. Yeah.
Darkside watched the entirety of it. Yeah.
But
250 endings.
Right. And I don't know. I just, even though for me, like on some games that I think I would like, especially something like that where you're going to feel tension, you're going to feel like it's supposed to make you feel nothing but emotion. I just don't want to see anything. You know what I mean? Like, sure. I want to be able to go into it kind of blind. Now, if it was something like Destiny that I know I'm not going to get captivated by, it wouldn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, sure. A first-person shooter, watching Call of Duty Black Ops crap, like, that doesn't bother me. But something that I knew story-wise, it was going to be story-driven, and that's supposed to captivate me, and something that I want to get the shock and awe of every decision that I make, made me want to just kind of pop in real quick and then be like, I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I did. I basically popped in, saw he was playing it, tuned in for about maybe 5 minutes at most, and then hopped out. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Let me ask you, as someone who has PlayStation and Xbox One, let me rewind a little bit. Well, actually, we're still on the exclusives talk, but
Right.
Hyper, I'm going to get to your question in a second too about Metal Gear, but actually we'll get to that in a minute. But as far as console exclusives, as an owner of both platforms, let me change the question for you a bit. What do you wish was on one platform over the other? So if you're playing your Xbox, what do you like? Oh man, I wish the Xbox did this that the PS4 does, or do you never feel that way?
To be honest, the whole exclusive thing has never been something that I bought into, really.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's cool, but the reason I get a console is because I like the decisions that the company is necessarily making rather than, oh, well, they got this game. You know, because to me, I don't know if one game warrants spending $500 on a console. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know if that warrants me going out and spending that amount of money or however much money it was, $400, whatever.
Oh, you know what? Let me ask this real quick while you keep talking.
Yeah.
Odd Little Duck, why? Why did E3 get you to want a PS4? Go ahead, Art.
But yeah, like for me, what got me to get the Xbox and the PlayStation was the fact that I have friends on both consoles, and I want to hang out with both sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's more what it's about for me. What can I get out of the whole system rather than just one game that sticks out to me? Because I'm not a big first-person shooter person. So a lot of the exclusives that come out on Xbox that are, you know, your Halos and all that, that doesn't really necessarily interest me too much.
You know, and
Traditionally, that what comes out. Now, it's kind of changing some now where they're getting Tomb Raider and some other exclusives, but like, traditionally what's been the main exclusives for Xbox has always kind of been like the first person shooters. So I was just like, you know, those don't necessarily make me want to go and buy that console for that. So
and I got two parts to this one. You know, I like buying games on sale. I do. I don't mind waiting. I don't. I mean, there's games that I want to play when everyone's playing them because it's everyone's playing them. You know, like you know, Art gets Destiny and Oz gets Destiny, and I really want to get Destiny, right? I mean, that's how that works. But I don't sit there and go, "Oh, Destiny looks really good. I've got to go pre-order that game." No, I'm like, you know, okay, Destiny looks great. I'll wait till it comes out, and then I'll check it out, and I'll watch some other people play it, and if it looks cool, yeah, I'll probably end up buying it. But I'm not in a rush. You know what I mean? It's not like a movie. Like I have to go see it in theaters. Like I can buy the game at any time and play it at my leisure on whatever platform I want on most games if you just wait. So, on that note, I'm wondering with how many games are out there on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, why wouldn't it be at the biggest time ever to want to get one of those older systems and get a bunch of older games? I think retro gaming is huge, and I didn't mean to switch topics like that, but I mean, I think it's not like when the Nintendo came out and I had an Atari and it was you know what I mean, it was not the same system, you know what I mean, like I didn't care how many games I had gotten for the Atari because my mom had bought it from a friend at work. She had bought it secondhand, and you know, bless my mom's soul, I love her, you know what I mean, like she did the best she could as a single mom. She probably bought the Atari for like $50 and like 40 games, but I didn't care. It wasn't Mario Brothers. And that was the honest truth. It wasn't Mario Brothers, and you had to get Mario Brothers and Zelda, and you know, your friends had the Mario system that came with the little robot guy and Dr. Mario and stuff, and you were like, that's so cool. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Well, being someone that's into retro gaming, really,
Right.
like I've got 11 consoles, so I'm a little overkill on it, but I don't stream it very often, mainly because the capture card I got doesn't really transition well. I should have really looked into that a little bit more with me using OBS, but
Sure.
It is what it is. You can learn your mistakes, but I love the retro games because even though they have that simplistic style to them or look, a lot of the gameplay is very complex. So where some of the games are nowadays, I feel like some of them are fairly easy, and I think they the reason they do that isn't because they're trying to make games really easy. I think they're doing it because they realize that gaming now is more necessarily about the story and entertainment of it, just as much as it is about the complexity of the actual gameplay. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
well, and
so
I think a lot of people. This is a common thread in the industry. I think a lot of people have decided to focus more on the storytelling and not the gameplay. And you're absolutely right. Yahus, what's up, man? Welcome, dude. But I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, you look at like the Mega Man collection that just came out. And
right, I got
Mega Man's,
that.
Yeah, Mega Man's. You're a huge Mega Man. That's a freaking
Yeah.
awesome collection, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
What is it that you
First
can
6
do
games.
that you can what's the thing you can do that you can just go fight the boss?
I don't even know. I've played about 5 minutes of it because I had to pack that day.
Oh, it
so-
has a name. It's like in the gallery or something. In the game. The Mega Man collection, by the way, you guys, if you're a big fan of Mega Man, the Mega Man collection is phenomenal.
Yeah.
They even have
It's
like
$15. I
yeah,
mean,
they
it's
have
not much at
bios
all.
on all the characters and like story elements and like and you can replay the bosses. So you can skip the whole level and just play the bosses. So you can just set up the boss fight and be like, yeah, I want to learn how to beat this guy. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then you got Mario, what is it, Mario Creator or whatever it is. I'm
Mario
saying it
Maker. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Maker. I mean, so they're going back to this kind of stuff because they realize that works. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's there. You know, I mean, I think it's cool. I like to be more of the traditional and play it on the actual console, but I'm like that with everything. I tend to like CDs more than I do the digital copy, but you know, I'm old school, I guess. But I definitely think that the retro gaming's not gone because there's so much people that grew up in that, and that's what they know, and that's what I see out of the indie games that come out. Like, a lot of the indie games have that feel to them.
Shovel Knight.
The-
Sure.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I think indie games are relevant in this generation, even though they're not as good as the third party. They're not maybe as story driven, but they have those elements that take you back to that time when you played Mega Man 1 and was like, dude, this game makes me feel that same feeling, or this game makes me feel like I'm playing Mario again for the
Yeah.
first time, you know? And so I think that's their appeal, is because they have those elements, like Binding of Isaac, for instance. I see that game and I just see a dude walking around in crap, and it doesn't entertain me, but there are tons of people that are in love with that game.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'm
not an
sure
Isaac
if I
fan.
like,
I'm not an Isaac fan.
yeah, I'm not. It just looks a little too over the top for me. But I can look at it and see that people love it and understand why, because you look at that game and you see that it has those same elements as the old style games. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it looks like a Legend of Zelda game almost. With
Well, it is a Zelda clone. It is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like it still has that appeal to it, even though it's something I probably will never play. It's something that I see as being a good thing to get kids that may not played games like that
Yeah.
play this and are like, you know what, these are pretty cool, you know, and maybe they'll go back and be able to play something old, you know, and understand the relevance of it and where gaming came from. Because you look at where gaming started at and how it's transitioned, it's unbelievable. I mean, I know the visionaries of it first coming out probably saw this in their mind to a certain extent of what gaming could be, but everybody thought they were insane when they were talking that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. And just to interject, welcome again to everybody joining the stream. Hello, Millie. How are you? What is the topic today? We got done talking about YouTube gaming. So if you go back and watch this video on demand, we had a conversation about YouTube gaming, and currently we're talking about console exclusives, which led into retro gaming, and we're kind of just wrapping up that topic. Did I see the Shovel Knight DLC? Yes, I saw the trailer for Plague Knight. Looks really cool. And I did see that they have a Shovel Knight amiibo coming out. And I got to tell you, man, Nintendo has become a toy company, and that's freaking scary. No, I'm not buying that Shovel Knight amiibo. You can't get me to
Right.
buy that toy. I'm sorry. I
Well,
think it's cool. I think it's very cool.
Yeah,
There's
they're
just some
appealing
things
to
that
their
don't line up.
audience. So I mean, you got to look at it. They're appealing to their audience. They know kids are going to get that, and they're going to want that. So
to
I
be
mean,
fair, if I had Smash Brothers, I would be very excited about. I'd be very excited about new amiibos because then you have new characters in Smash Brothers. But I look at it like this: I played Facebook games like Marvel's Avengers Alliance. Darkside Hunter, thank you for the hosting. I played games like Marvel's Ultimate Alliance where you unlock characters by playing the game, but you can also spend money if you can't actually do the unlocks. You can spend your own money and unlock those characters. And unfortunately, places like Nintendo have stolen that practice, which is really shitty. So now you can buy the character, the amiibo, and then put them into your Super Smash Brothers game. I think that's terrible. I think it's a toy. And yet people are having fun. So if I had Smash Brothers, this would be dangerous.
right.
Levangie, what's up, my friend? Welcome.
What's up?
You talking about Skylander stuff?
Well, we're talking
Storm
about
Cycle, you
amiibos
shipping a Wii U to me? I would take a Wii U in a heartbeat. I would love a Wii U just to play Virtual Console. I would love it.
I've got one and I haven't touched it. I mean, in like months. I feel bad, but yeah, I haven't touched it. And you would think I would, but I don't know. I've just been enjoing.
I'm telling you
the
guys, I really
PlayStation
want to play a
Xbox.
Pokemon game, and I almost may find an emulator. I might just go that route. And welcome back, Oz. Did you get rid of the bed?
welcome back.
Is everything
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, it's called.
All right, everybody was worried about you. There was a debate
Yeah.
about the size of the bed,
California-
and then that
California
led to
King.
the size of your
Stuff.
Johnson, if you will.
Johnson. It's a
Yeah, there was a
California,
debate.
it's a California King, dude.
Is it a
It's a
California?
Galley
King?
King, baby. Well, Oz, we just finished up talking about console exclusives and a little bit of retro gaming. Let's move to another topic. Actually, two of your topics real quick. The chat. You guys asked about Mad Max, and you asked about the new Metal Gear Solid 5. And here's Oz. Do you want to take a second to recoup, or do you want to jump right in and do you have a comment on either of those games?
As far as Mad Max is concerned, I'm just like excited because I'm a fan of the show of the series. Like I'm just really like.
You like
there's
the
never
brand. You like
I
the
like
IP.
the brand.
Yeah.
I like the brand. I'm glad there's a good game about it. It looks good. I saw a little bit of the combat and
It looks fun.
it does look fun, but you know, like they showed it too quick, which made me think it might be a little clunky.
Huh.
So
I have a feeling it's a GM Perseus. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Good to see you.
GM, what's up?
It looks like Borderlands meets Fallout to me. It's
Yeah.
And I hate to like compare games that way, but
no, you compare it all the time. I mean, you're
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
in some way. You have to.
I was watching a couple of it was on Thursday and it was yesterday. Now it's Friday. I was watching from PAX Prime. They had Twitch streamers coming on, and they were streaming Mad Max. Summit 1G was one of them, and I forgot who the guy was on before him. But the guy like from the company who was with him said, "Hey, grab that like rocket spear. I forget what it was called. Let's call it rocket spear." And he threw it across. It was like a spear that became a grenade, and he threw it across this little chasm, killed these 3 guys. Then this bridge came down. He charged. And he goes, "No, don't throw that one." And he goes, "Charge the guy and do the special." And he goes, "Okay." So he has the weapon. He charges a guy, and the special was that he shoved it into a guy's chest, ignited the grenade, and then it picked the guy up with the spear inside of him, and caught 3 other guys as it carried them, and then exploded. And I had one of those moments in gaming where I went, "Oh!"
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And I was like, if nothing else, I will play this game just so I can do exactly that. And I don't know if I'm going to play the game on launch. But yeah. Art, have you checked it out? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. I'm not a huge fan of the movie. I mean, I haven't really watched any of them. I tried to watch the first one, and I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. But as far as the game, it's got interesting elements in it. It kind of has that Fallout feel to it and stuff like that. I think that it's trying to incorporate.
Sure.
I like the fact that the car is going to play a vital part of it because I think that's part of the movie's appeal too. So I mean, I kind of feel like it's going to be something that is going to be interesting to play, and it'll be an interesting twist on their idea of what the Mad Max universe is, which
Yeah.
I think they've established with this new movie. Just reading a little bit about it and everything, that Mad Max is its own entity. They don't, each film is its own thing, so it's not
Yeah.
like they're trying to incorporate a certain story, but it's more about the universe.
I think they
And I
boiled
think-
it down to the
Right.
aesthetic of the Mad Max universe. Sure.
Right, and I think that's a good appeal and a good way of doing it, and has longevity in the future for the movie series and for the video game series if
Now-
they do this right.
Let me get both of your opinions on this. I had this thought earlier today, and I'm actually glad I didn't want to talk about Mad Max today because I feel like we brought it up the last 3 weeks, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, obviously we're excited, but I had the thought today thinking about Mad Max, and I thought, I'm wondering how much Mad Max coming out before Fallout 4. And I'm not saying that Fallout 4 is not going to be an amazing game and sell a ridiculous amount of copies. How much is Mad Max's gameplay going to affect people playing and enjoying Fallout 4? Do you ever play like a Mass Effect game and you're like, oh man, this reminds me so much of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, because it's from BioWare, right? So you have that nostalgia factor built into a game where you're like, oh, this feels like I'm playing this other game, and I love that. I can't wait to play that Star Wars game again because I'm playing Mass Effect. And then vice versa. When I play a Star Wars game, now I go, man, I would kind of wish I was playing as Commander Shepard in Mass Effect. So I'm wondering, with the car and the elements that Mad Max has with leveling and stuff, are people going to be in the wasteland in Fallout and go, geez, man, I really wish I had that car from Mad Max?
That's good. That's part of the competition of timing of release too.
Right. And I'm not saying Mad Max is going to be a better game than Fallout 4. I'm just sort of wondering if there's not a little bleed over into the IP of the wasteland, if you will. And I don't know. I honestly think both seem very similar. And if yeah.
Well, Mad Max
think
isn't
to a
is
certain
not a
extent-
nuclear holocaust either. It's not a nuclear holocaust.
Right. I mean, but you're still, oil ran out and it's become a wasteland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same. It's a different catalyst.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Art?
Well, I think it does give Mad Max a fair shot. You know what I mean? With them coming out before Fallout. Because I think if Fallout was out, I think that they wouldn't probably get the amount of numbers that they may get. And I may be wrong
Sure.
about that. I could be completely wrong about that. But if people are as hyped as it was when Fallout 4 was announced, I just have a feeling that if it was out, Mad Max would kind of just fall to the wayside a little bit. So no point intended, but you know what I mean? Like, I think it would just kind of fall out. But crap, that's even worse.
Well, okay, let's switch to the other game real quick too. Hyper asked, who's hyped for Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'll be honest, I mean, it looks cool. I've actually been watching a lot of Greg Miller's Let's Plays on Kinda Funny Games on YouTube, youtube.com/kindafunnygames. I've been watching some of his Let's Plays, but not too much because I'm not really interested. I've not played a Metal Gear game since Nintendo, and I played the one on PlayStation when my roommate needed me to be the other guy on a controller so that he could beat the one boss. Very cool. But I've not played a Metal Gear game since the first one on Nintendo, and I don't know. I don't know if I will play this. And again, I could play this game in 9 months from now and just be as happy, because it'll be there. It's gonna exist. It's not like it's going anywhere. I don't know what everyone's rush is sometimes. I mean, whatever. Guys, are either one of you? Let me first say welcome. Welcome everybody watching. I am Hamby. This is Articus and Oz, and we don't have a name for this show yet, but the talk show sounds good to me for now. And we're talking about video games and movies and stuff. And Oz, Art, are you guys excited for Metal Gear Solid 5? Art, why don't you go first?
I don't get hyped. I mean, I've already kind of established that.
Yeah, we keep talking about that, you and I. We just don't get hyped.
I just don't get hyped. But I will say Metal Gear Solid 3 was probably my favorite experience on the PlayStation 2. One of them anyways. I really enjoyed that game. So I have love for the game. I'm just not like, oh my gosh, I gotta go buy it, kind of deal. Like, so I will say this though. I like the fact that Jack Bauer's going to be in it. Just saying.
Jack Bauer.
Is he
Yeah,
Snake?
it's Jack Bauer. Yeah, he's Snake. He's playing
Nice.
Snake. So I like the feel of it that I played whenever I played the god dang, what's the little demo type thing that came out. I played it, and I enjoyed his interpretation of who Snake is, kind of deal. So I enjoyed it, but I'm not like super hyped about it. So
Oz, what about you, buddy?
I
mean, is
like
it on your
middle...
radar?
No, it's on my radar. It's totally on my radar. I like the realism of the graphics and everything. Like it looks really good. It's solid. I like it. I played a lot of them in the past. I just seems like the story always bounced around a lot, like between different games, and I don't know. I think it made the list too of on some guy's YouTube of top 5 most convoluted storylines or something. So. Yeah.
Darksign is a great streamer, by the way, you guys. You can see him in chat. If you don't follow him, please do. Plays a lot of Dark Souls, and what was the one that PlayStation had this year? The follow-up,
Bloodborne.
anyway. Yes, yeah. And
I was with him all day while he played Dead Space, as I was paying.
Dead Space, Metal Gear Solid Legacy. He just got the collection. When he gets done with that, he's going to consider picking up Metal Gear Solid 5. The only thing I'm roughly interested in is how it streams. I'm actually really excited to watch people play the game. I do believe that streaming has an effect on whether I want to buy a game or not, which is another reason why I enjoy waiting. I don't mind being a gamer on a budget, and I think even if I make more money and get back to where I'd like to be professionally, I will be a gamer on a budget, because I don't find it necessary to buy shitty games, and I'll even throw that out there that. Steam announced this week that they have 6,000 games now. That's not necessary. It's not necessary. I think you have games, but I think you got to have a filter on quality. You can't have 6,000. Yeah. You can't have 6,000 games.
I can't buy games like I used to. Like, remember I had like 2 copies of this, 2 copies of that, one for PlayStation, one for Xbox. I can't do that no more.
No, that's ridiculous.
Even if I get this roommate, like, I can't be doing that no more.
That's the other reason why I pick a system and I stay with it. It's not because I don't think the other system's not good or not, but it's like, well, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Like, I really would love to have an Xbox One, but it's just not in the cards right now. I'm trying to raise $1,200 to go to TwitchCon, and I don't think that's going to happen. Like, I really don't think I'm going to make it to TwitchCon, and I'm not being facetious when I say that. I just don't think there's enough time for me to make money at the other jobs. It is what it is. I have tickets for TwitchCon, but the flight and hotel is necessary, and I just don't think it's going to happen. And speaking of TwitchCon, let me switch topics on you guys. PAX Prime. PAX Prime is going on right now up in Seattle. I wanted to go to PAX this year. I really did. But I had to take a hard look in the mirror about a month ago when I realized I probably wasn't going to have the funds for TwitchCon, and actually it was like 2 months ago, and I was lucky enough to go to WonderCon and E3 and Comic-Con this year, and I thought, you know what? None of that stuff was on the schedule, just Comic-Con. So the fact that I got to go to all 3 of those in network, and had to skip PAX Prime, I don't feel so bad. But are you guys watching anything from PAX Prime? It's affected streaming, obviously, because a lot of huge streamers are there. Are you guys looking for... Let me pose this for you guys. I know that neither one of you is huge on social media necessarily, but I'll pose this for the audience as well. Are you more excited for PAX Prime for news about games and games being streamed, or are you more excited for the streamers networking and taking photos of them drinking and having fun on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook?
I got comments on that. So with all the cons, like, obviously I would love to go, but like, I'm more interested in finding out what the highlights were of the best games and the best news after it's all said and done.
Right.
And now with that said, on Twitter, I follow a lot of the big, like, I know you follow a lot more big streamers than me, but I follow a few of them, and only one I noticed like putting it out there on Twitter was Towley. And he just looks socially uncomfortable with everybody taking pictures with him. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's just my opinion.
Well, and like, I will say
I don't
this.
know if he's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to be funny,
right?
Like, with the face or something. But the face he's making makes me think that he has like social anxiety.
Well, and I will say this: I had a bit of a meltdown. I think I mentioned it last week or something. I had a bit of a meltdown at Comic-Con this year. Rocker Soccer, welcome to the channel. Welcome. We've never seen you before. That's a great name. On Friday at Comic-Con this year, the train ride in to the convention center, I was getting jostled, and it was hot, and I was already tired from a 14-hour day on the day before on Thursday, and by the time I got into the convention center, I really wanted to elbow people in the face, and I don't mean that in an angry way. Like, I was proud of that. Like, I was literally like, I want to punch that fucking guy in his fucking fat fucking face. And I was like, and it was when I was like, whoa.
Excuse the language.
Yeah, but I was all, whoa. You need a timeout, brother. Like, you need to check yourself out of here, because there's no need to be that hostile. And I realized I was cranky, beyond cranky. And so I ended up leaving the convention on Friday and going across the street, and I went to a hotel, and I had a beer, and then I had another beer, and I just chilled out, and I charged my phone, and I texted some people, and I relaxed, and I realized I can't go back into the convention center today. And that happens, and I'm not on the level that anybody cared who I was. I'm at Comic-Con just out there networking and shaking hands with people and going to play games exclusively. Like, I got to play the Rainbow Six game, which is very cool. But my point being is I don't have fans. Nobody was seeking me out and pulling at me, literally pulling at you, trying to get your attention. So, in a way, I feel for Towley, and that picture, it takes a snapshot of however he was in that moment. Whatever he was thinking, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That photo's out there to be judged. It sucks.
So you saw what I saw then?
No, I'm just saying. I haven't seen a photo. I'm just.
No, he's also having fun too. Like a lot of boosts.
Right.
So, but just certain ones, I'm all like, oh, that fool looks uncomfortable.
And two, I mean, you got to realize how many people had he probably already been taking pictures of and all this different stuff. I mean, that stuff drains the life out of you. Dealing with people, and it drains you. I mean, eventually you get to the point where you're just like, oh my God, get this over with. You know what I mean? Kind of deal. Or like, I'm tired of seeing people or needing to be needed right now. So I can totally understand that.
I kind of went into a coma after Comic-Con this year. I went hard for those 3 days. I skipped the final day, and I kind of went into this weird funk for about 3 weeks. It's like you're coming off of this weird high. It's the social aspect of it it gives me a new appreciation for entertainers that are at a higher stature than me, because I'm like, holy crap, like what you must have to go through just for this machine, because it's no longer you become a machine. When you start making money, you become a machine for other people to make money in this country, and it's hard. It is very hard. I will say that. I will comment. I did see Dan's Gaming said he played The Division, and he said meh. And I commented back. I said it's odd. I really like the game at E3. I hope the new build isn't regressing. I know that people had commented like that's what I thought, which Oz hates, because you form your own opinion. First of all, you know what I mean. Like, right. These are kids that are responding to Dan's Gaming playing a game that he just said game was meh. He didn't explain why, and other people were like, "Could you explain why?" The point being is your favorite Twitch stars are pretty much all at TwitchCon or at TwitchCon PAX Prime, and they are playing some new games like Battleborn, the one that's coming out from the Borderlands folks. Of course, obviously The Division, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and that's kind of cool because last year Destiny was about to come out, and so was not Tales from the Borderlands, but the Borderlands pre-sequel. And I remember PAX Prime last year, people got to get their hands on both of those games before the release, and it even heightened the hype. So I would expect you guys the conversation about games will be drastically different next Friday based on people coming back from PAX Prime and talking about games. I think so.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
Lee,
what I hate, too, is I really don't like the fact that people, like, one guy posts his opinion about something and then everybody hates on it because of what he thinks of a game. You know what I mean? Like, form your own opinion. Play the game, figure it out. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie. I still want to see it. I know people are panning it, but I really just feel like a lot of the hate for it was built up before the movie even came out.
Sure.
I'm not saying that it's not justified watching it
I'm
and
guilty.
everything.
I'm totally guilty
But
of that.
people were like, "Oh, this movie's gonna suck," and everybody hated on it. And as soon as it came out, everybody's like, "Oh, it's horrible, it's trash." And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, is it going to be the? I just saw what Show Off put on there, and she threw me off.
That live chat, though. That live chat.
but yeah. Okay, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Thank you for Show Off.
Sign my foot.
Jay Allen's here, everybody. Welcome, Jay Allen.
I'm Jay Allen. I love
Jay
and
Allen.
hate you at the same time as Show Off. Just
Let
throwing
me
that out.
Art. Let me save you real quick. I agree with Art. I think Oz agrees with this too. I can't stand people forming an opinion based on somebody else's opinion, and a lot of people blame me for this because I'll read a review of a movie before I go see the movie, and then when I leave the movie and I'm forming my opinion, I will form my opinion and reference reviews that I've read of other people's opinions, and I'll just say, you know what, I agreed with that guy. And my roommate Josh all the time is like, "Oh, you're only saying that because he wrote a review for it." And I'm like, "No, I'm forming my own opinion, and I'm telling you what my opinion is based on another opinion that I've read after I've just experienced it." It's not somebody else's opinion at that point. But no, I being a streamer, and a lot of the folks in chat, you may not think about this as streamers. And Oz and Art, I don't know if you have thought about this as well, but being that I've been a radio entertainer previously, and I am again, Urza's Bouncer, how are you? Welcome everybody who's coming to chat as we keep talking. Is you become the new doorway to that community and into what's cool. Like if you have a personality and people gravitate towards your personality, you become one of the gateways of cool. You become a trendsetter because what you enjoy, other people see you enjoying, and then they'll want to enjoy it. And that's not hive mind, but it is the downside of that is folks who sort of put you on a pedestal and they don't form their own opinions, and those are the same people that'll want to tear you down because people forget we're all just people. We're all just enjoying things. And people have to sort of relax sometimes and just be like, all right, that's a person I'm talking to. I have to remember that. And how am I going to get this done? But I do hate it though when like a streamer says something as simple as this game was meh, and then everyone's like, yeah, I thought so. It's like,
Right.
what?
I haven't even played it yet.
You
Like,
have to explain.
well, my whole thing is you need to play it and you need to watch it. You need to experience it yourself before you go and even make an opinion based off of it. I understand taking what you see from a trailer and being able to form somewhat of an opinion of a movie, but I don't think it's right to just automatically be like, oh, this movie's crap. And a lot of it's because they took a different artistic direction from the source material, and everybody's bashing it and saying how crappy it's going to be before they've even seen a trailer. I mean, if you look at Fantastic Four, I'm not trying to be like, stick on that, because I don't even know if that movie's good or not. I haven't seen it yet. So,
and here's what we're trying to say is it's okay to say, I saw the trailer for Fantastic Four. It looks like garbage. I don't want to see it. That is the opinion based on the trailer that you've experienced. What you can't say is, the Fantastic Four is garbage. Oz went and saw it, and he said it sucked. That, it's Oz's opinion. That's not your opinion.
Well, and I have no problem with someone saying, I'm just not going to be into that. I mean, that's cool. I mean, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is for someone to take something because you didn't like an artistic direction that someone took on it and say it's total trash and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I guess that's an opinion, but a lot of it is, and I can value that opinion, but at the same time, is it really doing anything to make someone want to do it better? And maybe so. Maybe destructing something could make someone say, okay, well, we can do it better and make it this way. But for the most part, it's just like some of the opinions that come out, they have no weight because no one has even seen any of it, and they're just throwing out what they've heard from someone else, and that has no weight to it. So whatever, you know what I mean? Like, go take your opinion somewhere else. I don't give a crap.
I always say, and I think Rez will appreciate this, I know Oz appreciates this, and I know Art appreciates this, form your own opinion.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
And be confident in your opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, give yourself some time. Maybe some time alone tonight. Maybe you're at 1 stroke per minute. Maybe you're at 5. Whatever stroke it may be, ladies and gentlemen, that's a good time when you think to yourself, how will I put better positive things into this world?
Yeah, I never care who agrees with me. I just like having debates.
I love that
Well,
nobody even questions I made a masturbation.
And I kind of come from the other side of it to a certain extent. When I was growing up, I did that. Like, I took the hype for what it was
Later, Jalen.
and didn't play certain games because of that. And then I go back and I play them, and I'm like, you know what? Those dudes are wrong. This game's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, all that I heard everybody say was horrible about it, I enjoyed it. And so I learned then that, you know what? I'm going to enjoy something myself. I don't tend to watch very much trailers on anything. I tend to just stay away from a lot of that, because even then you form an opinion right then and there of something before you see the whole full
Sure.
idea of what it is. And to me, that's dangerous to form an opinion just off of a trailer. That's my opinion. Does a trailer get you hyped to want to go see a movie, interest you into seeing a movie? Yeah, but ultimately the whole movie has to be what makes you decide whether or not you like it or not. I mean, a trailer shouldn't be the deciding factor of whether a movie sucks. That's my opinion.
We're gonna do 3 more quick topics. I want to promote 2 things real quick though. Tonight, not sure on the time, maybe around 9 Pacific time. But be aware, flexibility here, folks. Be flexible, but be aware. Ozmortal is going to be live streaming the new game Until Dawn on PS4, and it's a new PS4 exclusive, and it basically is a teen horror slasher film that you get to play in. I honestly, Oz, it looked to me like, and I think, and this actually leads into a second topic I want to get, or another topic I want to get into. I think the game looked and ran better than a Telltale game, and I think they're very similar. You're telling a story with QuickTime events, and you're reacting. I think, my opinion, I think Until Dawn does it better than Telltale. But you're going to be playing that tonight. I'd love to hear your opinion after you play the game.
Oh yeah.
And folks, please give Ozmortal a follow. Will you just drop your name into chat? His name is in chat. You guys, Ozmortal. Click on his name, hit follow. He's going to be playing Until Dawn. He's going to play it all night. So please check that out. Oz, anything else anybody should know about that? Are you going to try to let everyone die? Do you have a goal?
I'm going to be playing it as if I were the chick making the decisions. And when I do that in any other game where I have choices like that, I find out that I'm a very sarcastic asshole. So, especially with alcohol. So that's going to be fun. Like Mass Effect, I play that a million times, and right now I'm playing it, and I don't care about Renegade or Paragon, so I'm just like picking decisions as I would, and half the time it's just like, it's not even that it's sarcastic. Even some of the nice decisions make me look like an asshole.
Ah.
What the fuck? It's like, all right.
And if you are a fan of my YouTube channel, the video is already posted, but we're going to promote another video tonight on the radio station. I am a radio DJ here in San Diego, FM 94.9 SD. You can find it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And there's also an app if you want to listen live, but we're going to be talking about in tonight's What You Ate. It's my top 8 countdown, where we count down the top 8 songs requested by the listeners. We're going to be taste testing. I don't remember. What am I taste testing? We did truffle fries last week, the truffle fries Lay's. The week before that, we did the biscuits and gravy chips. I don't know which one we're debuting tonight, but you can check out all the videos on my YouTube, youtube.com.
You know what I've learned from
Andy
those?
Plays Games. What's that?
I've learned that a decent majority of them all taste like sour cream and onions.
Yeah, they did. That seemed to be a base flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to play Until Dawn. Levangie said in chat that my estimation of the game is way off. And I will have to watch Oz play, and I'll have to get Oz's opinion, and also pick up the game myself before I give it a full opinion. I am looking forward to playing Until Dawn, but it's one of those games I'm enjoying watching other people play.
I haven't watched
and
anything.
then playing it myself.
Today, I got the most spoilers, and even then, he tried to defend himself, saying, "You
on
do
your
know
Facebook,
it's
your guy, your buddy,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you do know anyone can die is one of those kind of games. I'm like, well, now I know their names. I'm just kind of like fucking with them, but being serious at the same time.
Right.
Like,
You
damn
just
it.
you want to be left alone on the spoiler.
And
angle.
I've been alone about it the entire time until today. I've seen one trailer. And it's the trailer that's in the PlayStation Marketplace. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and getting into that, there was some news out of PAX Prime. They had some more stuff on Minecraft Story Mode, the new Telltale game.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited about this. Oz, the lead
saw that.
actor is Patton Oswalt. He's going to be
Patton
the character
Oswalt.
Jesse. That's your lead character in the game. I'm really excited about this game.
Who's Patton Oswalt? Should I know him?
The
Sounds like I should know
comedian?
him.
You don't know the comedian Patton Oswalt? Oh, that's all right. I feel bad now.
I probably do.
Art, have you heard about this game? Are you excited for it?
I've heard little bits about it, but I didn't really look into it too much.
I'm
I
I
excited.
retweeted the booth. They have a really awesome looking booth, the Minecraft Story Mode booth at PAX Prime. I retweeted a photo of it. It looks gorgeous. Check that
Yeah.
out.
I mean, I like Minecraft, so I'll check it out. You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
it's what it is.
I'm gonna be really into it because I had a girl once that had a kid, and this kid got me into like all these Minecraft fan-made videos.
Sure.
Of, like all these little stories.
Yeah,
and
like people
things,
doing
all
RPG
this
stuff with it. Yeah, yeah.
music videos, sad ones, hardcore ones, graphic ones. I'm all like, that's just funny stuff. So I can't wait to see the game take on it. Yeah.
Levangi's excited for Ark. Nice. Levangi, I've been watching Ark off and on for a couple months. I've actually lurked in your stream. Levangi plays a lot of it. By the way, if you haven't given Levangi fan a follow, please do. He plays a lot of Ark. He loves Mass Effect. He plays all the new games. Loves Godzilla. He's huge, obviously, G fan. Levan Godzilla fan. There you go. That's what it. Oh, there it is. Internet, you're adorable. You picked up on that fast.
Yeah,
Two
it's
more
not
quick
Levange.
things. Two more quick things, and we'll end the stream for this week. Thank you again for joining us. Two things. They've announced a Borderlands movie. Are you guys excited for this?
Ooh, that just sounds like a good time.
I think it was Legendary Pictures is doing it.
What about Warcraft?
What do you guys? What would you, Oz? What would you look for in a Borderlands movie?
A insane like Quentin Tarantino humor.
Okay, interesting. Kind of like the Telltale version.
A little bit more than that.
I want to have your babies.
Yeah, a little bit more than that. Like I want like Quentin Tarantino to be an influence in that for some reason. I don't know why.
I will just say
Maybe.
this about the Telltale game is the squeamish gore factor is there. It's like there are two scenes in the Telltale game, Tales from the Borderlands, that I'm just like, oh god, oh, why are we doing this? Why do I have to keep going? Art, are you excited for a Borderlands movie?
I barely played Borderlands, so I don't. No, not really. I mean,
Oh, well, see,
it
me
is what it
neither
is.
though. Like even though I played a lot of the
Telltale.
yeah, even though I do that a lot, like I didn't play a lot of the Borderlands. I actually deleted it today to make room for Until Dawn.
I mean, I will say this: I like the fact that there are certain movies, like video games, that are going into movies that have a shot of breaking the mold of being a crappy video game movie. So, of course, I'll be behind it for that aspect, but we'll see. I mean, I'm just not. I've not really played the game, so I don't really have an opinion based off of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
let me get chat's reaction real quick. Levangi says, "Take my money." Fizbin Albright, what's up, man? Welcome, buddy. San Diego, looking for a dark and gritty reboot of Borderlands. Hyper adds, Agent 47 killed the video game movies for you. Wow, Hyper, you're a young man. There's a lot of movies that are going to kill genres for you, sir. You have a long, bitter life ahead of you. GM Perseus, they better have Butt Stallion from Borderlands 2. I want to see that golden pony. That's hilarious. Isn't Butt Stallion's made of diamond, though, right? That's
he
Butt
got
Stallion's made of
corrected
diamond.
later on.
Butt Stallion's made from diamond.
he got corrected.
Fizzman, it would have to be R so we can see some booty. Oh, I get it, because it's the treasure in Borderlands. New Resident Evil series is great. Let's see here. Was it diamond? GM Perseus diamond. All right, cool. We're caught up on chat. And then the other one is, did you guys see the photo of Michael Fassbender as the title assassin in the new Assassin's Creed movie that's a year away? That dropped yesterday. And did you guys see a photo, and what'd you think?
That was real?
Egg, what's up?
Yeah, well, it was. I don't know if he's in the costume, but that is real. That is the costume that's going to be in the movie, and he is the star of the movie.
You
Yes.
look really intense. You look really intense.
I thought it looked really cool. Obviously, it's just a still, but from the costuming aspect, they nailed it. Art, did you see the photo? Are you looking at it?
No,
right now?
I haven't. No, where's it at?
It's on the
It's on
Hammy Plays
Twitter.
Games Facebook. By the way, if you don't follow me on Facebook, chat, please do. Facebook.com/Hammy Plays Games. I'm doing my best to make sure there's more news stuff there. A lot of stuff that we'll talk about here on the show each week may end up being there as well. Ignis in the house. Better have some Scooter.
I knew he was
too.
playing in that movie that they were talking about. I knew he was going to be in it, but I haven't seen the picture yet. I'm
Yes.
scrolling. I can't find it. But yeah,
Oh,
I
happy
knew
birthday,
of his
Ignis.
involvement in it.
Happy birthday, Egg.
Okay.
Ignis is another great streamer. You guys give him a follow. It's everyone here is like a family though. This is like this is our friends, and I appreciate everyone who's here. I call you guys Ham Squad, but you're not just Ham Squad. You're fans of art. You're fans of Oz. Thank you all for being here. Definitely, we're doing the talk show. We're doing it every Friday, roughly around 3 p.m. If you haven't caught them, I'm going to be putting them on YouTube, on my YouTube for now, youtube.com/HammyPlaysGames. But yeah, again, thank you guys for joining us. Art, what are you doing this weekend? Any gaming? Are you streaming? You're on the road.
Oh,
so I
I'll
think
be
you can, right?
gaming. I'm on the road, so I won't be streaming or anything like that. But I'm getting back into Destiny. I got it on the Xbox now, also. So yeah, I did that.
And I as well.
People are
I'm back on the Destiny grind on PS4. If anybody wants to join me or wants to take me on,
I'm gonna be
raids.
jumping on both. So yeah, I'll probably go on with you. So, but I just had to play it with other people. Like I have to say, like okay, Destiny. Yeah, it's got the repetitive thing over and over and over and all that. But the dang game is fun, especially when you play it with friends. I mean, it just is. And playing it with different people makes it intriguing to me and worth it, even though it is a lot of money to put into a game that I got to play over again. But I do look forward to maybe possibly playing with Miss Show Off, even though she's going to call me a scrub the whole time, because I am.
Scrub with a K.
I'm just going to be like, prayers, Show Off, prayers. That's all I'm going to say.
Prayers,
Well,
okay?
If you see me online watching Netflix or YouTube or something, send me a message. I'll play.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Oz, are you going to be playing Destiny on the PS4 anytime soon?
Probably not, man.
Okay, I thought so. I will say this, though. I reloaded the game last weekend, and I got two legendary shotguns. And I was trying to get shotguns forever on my previous playthrough. I got two legendary shotguns right off the bat when I reinstalled the game.
Did you get one when you were playing YouTube, doing that on YouTube? Because I think I heard you.
Maybe.
Or you're at least using it.
Yeah, well, no, I've been using... Well, that's what I'm saying, is I've been using those shotguns all week and just loving it. Loving it. It changes the game experience for me that I can run up and just shoot things in the face and be like, shotgun!
Prayers!
Right.
Yeah.
Prayers!
You're like a prayer.
Yeah, we do.
And yeah, if you haven't caught the previous episodes of the talk show, this is our third episode. Last week's and the week before are now on YouTube. The first week, it looked like Twitch had some issues, and so the video on demand got cut, so that it's in two pieces. But hey, watch them, enjoy yourselves, of course. Feast on that. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. I may be streaming some Destiny myself this weekend. I don't get to see the girlfriend this weekend. Damn it, Jessica, I miss you. But I'll probably be doing some streaming, and I've got some stuff to do for the radio station. Is Loot Crate happening next month, Urza? I think I'm still getting one more. So yes, I think September's is happening. But for now, I don't have a subscription into October, and I'm not worried about it at the moment because I'm trying to raise funds to get to TwitchCon, and I don't think that's going to happen either. But
Have you tried the train or the bus? They're much cheaper. You just take a little bit longer.
the train or the bus? What are you talking about?
For TwitchCon, man, there's got to be a train going that way somehow.
I don't have the time to invest in taking the train because the train takes like a full day to get there. Yeah, to get to San Francisco, it takes like 13 hours or something. It's ridiculous. So, not...
Did you research that?
Yes, of course I did. I wanted to go to San Francisco forever.
Never mind.
I love you too.
I did hear about the Loot Crate extras. I love that Oz always wants to help, but hasn't thought that I've probably thought about it.
Yeah.
Well, Oz's thing is he's got to know himself. It's not that he is doubting anyone, but he has to see it.
Because even right now, I'm looking it up.
Oh, I knew you were.
It's
I knew
actually-
you were.
And actually, the problem I have is I work till midnight, and I'm gonna have to take a night off to even because I need to get up on Friday. I need to get up there on Friday, so I'm gonna be working till midnight the Thursday before. I'm also house sitting for my folks, so my whole life is thrown to shit that week anyway. And so I'm gonna need to be able to fly up there and fly back because I really only have 48 hours. To go up there, network, meet people, do what I got to do, and then get back to San Diego because then I'm going to be on the radio on Monday. So it's I don't have options here. I do have to fly. I got to stay in a hotel, and honestly, the part of it is you have to go and network. I'm going to have to buy alcohol. That's
10 hours. Fuck.
See, I mean, I've researched that before because I would love to go to San Francisco and not have to fly or drive. And the drive takes 10 hours. It's like what are you going to do? Anyway, thanks for watching the talk show. We still don't have a name for it, and I don't think
like
we
the
have
talk
to.
show.
Yeah, I like the talk show.
Yeah, talk show's fine. If y'all come up with other ideas creatively and we like them, I mean, send them to us on Twitter and we'll think about it,
Yeah.
But I think the talk show fits.
I think so. I like it. I mean, it's fun. We'll use it for now.
Yeah.
And if anybody has a problem, they can get the fuck out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. And then
leave.
one last thing. It's still on sale. I bought The Last of Us on Groupon for $14.99. It's still there. So if you want to get The Last of Us on PS4, it's currently on sale on Groupon for $14.99. And Levangie, yes, actually, you say Kappa. We'd love to have you as a special guest. We would love to add some of the folks from the community. We're just, honestly, it's been hard for us to even just do the show, the three of us together each week. But as we keep rolling, we would love to have guests. Please consider if you guys like to be a guest, please let us know. And we'll reach out to you during the week for next week. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. I'll be streaming sometime this weekend. Oz is streaming tonight, and you can check out my videos on YouTube. And Art will be streaming when hotel internet doesn't suck.
Yes,
Right.
which will be never. Sad face.
Yeah.